WEBIC UK presents 2013 Prophetic Encounter Combined Service. Theme, Your Turn to Arise.
Those that have been tied, that they have said that there is no way, now they are released.
On Sunday, 20th January 2013, with Prophet Samson Hayurinde, Geo WEBIC Worldwide.
Receive prosperity. Receive promotion.
Come and encounter the prophetic, healing, deliverance, and the power of God on Sunday, 20th January at 9 a.m. prompt. Also join us for 7 days prayer and fasting with the prophet from 21st to 27th January 2013.
Receive your healing. Receive your deliverance.
Time, 7 p.m. daily and Sunday, 27th January at 9 a.m. and 12 noon. Venue, WEBIC International Headquarters. The place, 18 to 19 Crimscott Street, Bermondsey, London, SE1 5TE. For more information, please call 0207 231 0905.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to another show on Praise Talk. My name is Praise Asimota.
And my name is Charles Quarantine.
Well, we hope that you've had a wonderful week. Unfortunately, we thank God for His mercies that He's actually shown. Well, I was going to talk about something else to say that unfortunately,
okay. Yes.
There was a disaster this week.
Oh, that's where you were coming from.
But we thank
Calm
God
down, Charles.
for His mercy.
Yes.
That He's shown to mankind and to all of us, because you know when things happen like that, you don't know you know if somebody that might be close to you might be affected by it until it's happened. But God has been so merciful even to this land, and that just takes me back to what the prophet that was on set with us a couple of weeks ago,
Prophet Henry Godson,
and he spoke about disasters that we needed to pray about, you know, and you know, it was
kind of
unfortunate.
brings everything into focus, doesn't it?
You know, that we always need to pray and cover this land, because what affects the land would affect us. And thank God it was not any kind of, you know,
a big
terrorist
disaster.
kind of thing. It was an unfortunate thing for the family of the pilot and also the person that died. But we pray that, you know, the comfort of the Lord will be with them. But don't forget to pray before you leave your house for direction from God. And protection. And protection is very important. You know, oftentimes I don't even know how people make it without God. I just don't know. But I don't even want to figure out how people make it without God. But just make sure you are under the shadow of His wings. And He will continue to keep us to live to fulfill our destinies in Jesus' name. Amen. Uncle Charles, what do we have on the show today?
Well, on today's show, we have an exciting show ahead. We have a man of God who he's doing some amazing things here in London, as people put it, London town. Okay. We'll be having a chat with him. And we also have an artist. He's actually been on here before. He's a gospel jazz artist. You should see him on the drums. He's just awesome. Goes by the name of Lowoye, and he's actually got an event. He puts up an event in the O2, very lavish event. You know, sometimes
anybody that goes to the O2 must be big.
You know, as Christians, sometimes we find it difficult to find places where we can go for a bit of relaxation and stuff like that. Now, this is actually wholesome family entertainment. So we'll be talking about this event. It's a series of events. I think it's on a monthly basis, but we'll be having a chat with him. So yeah, we have a pretty packed show, but very exciting and very informative show. And
I am also very excited about a little thing that we've just, you know, created on the show, which is our notice board.
Yes.
But it's a very trendy notice board that we've put together, you know, to help you advertise your product, your services.
Most definitely.
Maybe an upcoming program that you might have for a minimal amount. We'll do it at, should I say it on set? £50 a month, and that comes in a package. You want to see what will be bringing your way later on the show.
So you make sure you get a pen and write down the number to
That's
call.
right, that's right. And you know, if you want to advertise, I know sometimes it can be a bit costly, but we'll found a way to help you get the word out there concerning whatever you're doing. So if you want to advertise on Praise Talk Show, please contact us on the details below or on the screen, and we'll be happy to be of assistance and help to you.
Definitely. Oh, can I? You know, I came across something as well, a website which basically streams Faith TV online as well. So I might, you know, be giving you a link to that website somewhere during the show. So wherever you are, you can actually watch Praise Talk and the other shows here on Faith TV.
Indeed. You know, so we're just going to go on a short music break, and we'll be right back after the music.
Make we tell you people, it's really giving. Don't sit around till it's taken. I remember, in heaven I remember, Exodus. It's a Kenyan Ugandan combination. See how you're walking down my race, I know I'll make it someday. And I'm never gonna fret, I know I'll make it anyway. Everybody plays and you know run the leagues, everybody say. Everybody put the place and you know run the leagues, everybody say.
Exclusive event hire services, adding class to your events. We offer a one-stop service to all our clients. Our team is formed of the best of the event industry. It would be our pleasure to put our extensive experience and expertise to work for you. We manage and plan weddings, birthdays, christenings, anniversaries, celebration, parties, team building events, and many more. Today for a quotation on 0207 064 9929 or 07540 254 342 or 07956 821 246, or visit us on our website at www.eehigherservices.co.uk. Well, we were just talking about, well, actually,
video.
before we do that, let me be cautious to say welcome back to the show.
We're actually talking about the video, and
yes.
you know, she was Auntie Praise was talking about the fact that somebody,
no, I said, do you know about the Gangnam Style? Because
Yes.
my daughter has to come and do this thing. You know, she can dance, and she's teaching me how to do that. I'm trying to figure out how I could take it to church, because I take, you know, different dance moves.
They're talking about Gangnam Style in church. Somebody this morning, I was actually listening to a show on a Christian radio station, and they were playing a version. Somebody's got something called Godman Style, but it's exactly the same. I mean, I don't know what you think about people doing gospel to secular music and stuff.
Well,
like that. That's a big
my
debate,
thing
isn't
is, you know, we're meant to be leaders and creators, because, you know, our God is a creator, and He's given us, you know, initiative or innovative, you know, drives to create things. And so I don't tend to like it when, you know, we have to wait for the people in the world to do things, and then we end up adding God to it. He's not, you know, an addition to things. He is the creator.
The original.
So He is the original. So what I would encourage Christians to do is to, you know, go back to God and say, I need something that is, you know, innovative, that is new, no one has done it, then I can come out, and then we would grasp it. But when you add God to, you know, something that well, God gave us people ideas anyway. So I can't just say Satan did it. He's not an original.
Anyway, that's another topic for another day. But this afternoon, we actually have here in the studio with us Mr. Mila Lowoye. Mila Lowoye is a gospel jazz artist. Oh, he's a gospel artist. Let me put it that way. Maybe I'm not sure what he would like. Whether he would like me to describe him as a gospel jazz artist. He's here to answer for himself. So, Auntie Praise, help me to welcome.
Sir, you are welcome. Welcome to Praise Talk Show.
Actually, second time on this show. Definitely. God, we like
and
you.
I was told the last time you didn't have so much beard on, you know.
Yeah, because you weren't here the last time he was here, wasn't it?
So what's your view about this dance? Because now you do jazz, and you do you dance at all?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you do the Gangnam Style?
No, I haven't gotten into that yet.
we've kind of moving away from, you know, children moving away from the Azonto, and now they.
I mean, things are always evolving in the industry. Things are always coming up,
and it's quite interesting, you know, talking about that we're going through a trend that every dance has a name.
Yeah.
You know, you have the Zumba dance, and then you have, you know, the Azonto dance, and you know, and it's interesting sometimes when people say they're Azonto and they do something completely different, and I'm like, I don't think so.
You know, anyway. Talking about that, Azonto is quite complicated, you know. Sometimes when you get to my age, sometimes things can be a bit. Gets a bit confusing sometimes. You don't know whether you're taking your hand out or you're moving your leg. I don't know. But anyway, this afternoon we're just going to talk about a little project which Miller has actually put together, and it's called Miller's Jazz Lounge. Wow.
We need to come down and do a show there, maybe.
Definitely.
You know,
he's actually, what Miller does is it's a monthly show which takes place right here in London, at the O2, is at the Water Margin in O2. Miller, what's this whole thing about Miller's Jazz Lounge then?
Miller's Jazz Lounge, first of all, thank you for having me. I really appreciate that. Miller's Jazz Lounge is like an outreach, if so to speak, for people who wouldn't normally, you know, go to church and things, to have like a sort of a chilled atmosphere, like a lounge where people can hear music, both instrumental and vocal, you know, in terms of, because the reason why we started this program basically was we looked into the community and see that, you know, things in our community are very cyclical.
Yeah.
You know, before you know it, we don't take time out to chill, to rethink and refocus, you know. So one of the reasons why we brought this idea up in terms of like having a once-in-a-month dinner jam where people will come in, you know, have what's it called? Well, maybe bring your spouse, bring your partner. You know, there's a professional atmosphere as well. People come to, and you know, we just enjoy yourself. You know, have some food to eat. You know, meet some few friends, and you know, just listen to great music. You know, and the idea is basically to bring people together. Number one, to network, to find like minds. You know, where you know sometimes they say we British or the English we're very polite. Sometimes we don't want to talk to people. We don't want to say hello to anyone on the
very conservative.
Very conservative. So in that atmosphere, we have people that basically there's a very chilled and calm area whereby you just come and you know. Just enjoy yourself, really, you know. And again, I mentioned the word outreach is to reach out to people in that environment. You know, the O2 Arena, you find people from different parts of the world coming there, and then sometimes when you mention Christ, they don't want to hear it. And then, but the way God has helped us to brand this Miller's Jazz Lounge, when you enter there, you know, it speaks for itself. You know, in terms of God is in everything from the atmosphere to the music. You know, a couple came from Las Vegas. You know, they were looking for a place to go in London, and they just gave us a call that it's Miller's Jazz Lounge this Thursday. I said, yeah, you know, calm down. They came down. Apparently, they're Christians. You know, so they didn't just want to enter, you know, just anywhere. You know, so when they came in, because of the language I was using as well, they were able to tell that this brother is a Christian. And after the Jazz Lounge, they came to meet me and my wife, and they were saying that, you know, they feel fulfilled coming to London, you know, from Las Vegas, and you know, and then we've met like, you know, the testimony has been great from like, you know, different people from France, Italy. They'll come down, and even people in London, whereby they've heard the message of Christ, the message of salvation, but they're hearing it in another environment. Do you know what I mean? So, and they're
making the gospel relevant.
You see, cause oftentimes, because I think as Christians, we get kind of bogged down to giving out the message only in a church environment. But then, you know, if you look at Mark 16:15, it says, "Go ye into the world and proclaim it." Now, going into the world means everywhere. You know, and I think, you know, for something like what you're doing is kind of a controlled environment, which sometimes, you know, and it's not a threatening environment. You know, you're going out, you're sitting down, you're relaxing, you're eating. And Christians are not very good at doing that sometimes. Why do you think that is, though?
I think one is a cycle. You know, like let's say like the religious cycle. Yes. Some people are still in it. You know, and thank God for bringing us out. You know, like, you know, bringing us into the light to see, you know, things. I think is over the years things are. We've done things in a very cyclical way in the church. I don't like to talk about the church, but we've done. Whatever we did last year, we try to repeat the same thing this year, you know, and which it's not really, you know, it's not balanced. We should find way, because our God is a dynamic God. You know, in Genesis 7, chapter 1, it tells how dynamic and how spontaneous He is as our God. You know, so we should always like look unto God to, you know. My sister was saying earlier on that God is creative. You know, He's a creator. Do you know what I mean? So, and we should, as He created us in His image, whatever we do must shine the light of Him, the excellence. You know, not allowing mediocrity in any way to come out of what we do. You know, so I think we need to break out to see, and that's why I mentioned the word, you know, rethinking, you know, re-strategizing. In the church, we need to constantly, you know, rethink. And the Bible says the children of the world are wise as serpents. That's right. You know, and that's why most of the times we mention about why are people in there bringing like different styles. You know, because these guys, they take time, they study what's going on. You know, they didn't. What else can I put into the community? What else can I, you know? But us, we go like that, without no break to rethink and say that, you know what. Basically a fresher breath air, really, to bring into, you know, the church really. So
we'll be having some pictures. The producer's going to put some pictures up on the screen very soon. And as as you would show, it's a very elaborate event. I mean, in one of the O2 is one of the most elaborate venues that you can find anywhere in the world. I mean, O2 is well known around the world, and to have an event in one of the venues in the O2 is absolutely amazing. I mean, we'll see the pictures in a minute. I was actually going to say, and maybe that I thought I shouldn't be sarcastic about it, but you asked a question about why Christians not going out. Sometimes, we're so caught up in the spiritual warfare, frame of mind, and everything is a battle. And I think it's got to a point where the church, not God, the church is a safe environment to be in, wherein there are battles that go on in the church. You know what I mean? People think that it's better to stay in the church instead of going out there, because there's a lot of sin that's going out there. Things that they want to protect themselves from, but that's a religious mind frame, view, and we need to break out of that. I mean, saying that, I can understand where you're coming from, because I think sometimes when people have tried to actually have events, and you've been to those events, it's been kind of a bit muddled, and people are not very sure if they're in the right environment or not. Do you get what I'm saying? As with regards to the message that is passed on. But saying, before you come in, saying, because I've seen some of the artists who've actually been on there, and I know these are people who love the Lord. I mean, I can give a list of artists who've been there. And so I think in this sense, then it kind of breaks the mold, really, and creates an environment. So well done.
How long has it been going for?
We started in October last year.
Last year
October.
Okay.
So this is the 4th month.
Okay. And how successful has it been?
It's been great. It's something that I heard God clearly. When we were about to start, and then I was telling my wife in December, when we had the December edition, that what, I had God clearly when we were about to start this, and then and every step of the way it showed up.
Amen.
My Karamu was there last December, so last month on the 27th, it was sold out.
Jazz master.
Jazz master. Wow. We didn't even let people in, so it was an very interesting environment, atmosphere. The music was good. The people were very friendly and warm, and basically people were real. There's no I don't know, unrealness.
So now you mentioned it being an outreach project, or what, from your view of the people that have attended or responded, what is the percentage of Christians that have been there, and the percentage of unbelievers that you've been able to reach out to in such an environment?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I would say unbelievers, and I don't like to use the word unbelievers, but I would say people want Christians. That's about 55%.
55%.
Yeah,
that's
and then we've
good.
got like 45% Christians coming there.
That's fantastic.
And then the diversity of it as well. Being multicultural environment. We've got people from Brazil, Portugal coming in, and Ghana, Nigeria, and from various parts of Europe, actually, from Poland and things. So it's been,
wow. We're going to go for a quick break. We'll go for a break, and when we come back, we'll try and get some pictures of what goes on there. Auntie Praise, you're going to be in the next one, aren't you?
The next one, I should probably come down and sing Amazing Grace.
Yeah.
Because I like that in the jazz, jazz version. I've tried it. Don't you try me, Don't you try me. Remember you gave me a slot at the AGMA launch, and you were not disappointed, so don't you try me out.
Yes. We're going to go for a very quick break. No, seriously, she can sing. All right.
Exclusive event hire services, adding class to your events. We offer a one-stop service to all our clients. Our team is formed of the best of the event industry. It would be our pleasure to put our extensive experience and expertise to work for you. We manage and plan weddings, birthdays, christenings, anniversaries, celebration, parties, team building events, and many more. Today for a quotation on 0207 064 9929 or 07540 254 342 or 07956 821 246, or visit us on our website at www.eehigherservices.co.uk.